Hello, listeners! Welcome to Her Revelations. This is a storytelling channel that shares different real life stories that you can relate from. The aim of this channel is for you to learn some lessons from the mistakes of others so you can avoid them. And here is our story for today. Hello, everyone. I need advice to help me get through my daily life. But first, let me tell you about my trauma. It started at the age of 11. My dad's 43-year-old cousin came to stay with us at my grandparents' house. Then the molestation started to happen. I think it really started from this man watching me sleep, to touching me, watching me shower, to picking out my bra and panties, then asking me to marry him in a letter he wrote me. I wasn't sure what to do, so I put the letter in the restroom trash and my dad found it. Then my dad, woke me up and told me to lay in his bed because at the time I was sleeping in the living room on a couch with his 43-year-old cousin on a mattress in the same living room. That morning, I knew something was going to happen. I went to school only to be signed out within an hour of arriving. It was my stepmom. She told me my dad was waiting in the truck. We walked outside. I got in truck and my dad was sitting there, crying. We went home and told me to go straight to his room. He grabbed a belt and started swinging it, hitting all over me. And till this day, I never understood why. Anyways, the 43-year-old cousin of my father did end up back in prison a little later. Two more cousins from that side started molesting me too, but I just couldn't tell anyone because I wasn't sure what would happen to me if I did. Would I get blamed? Did I lead them on? Why me? Years passed by. My mom was with an abusive, alcoholic man. Three of his family members molested me at different times, and again, I didn't know who to tell or what to even do. So I left it alone. I then got into a relationship with a boy 2 years older than me. He raped me in my buttocks and made me lick off what was left behind. Later on in the relationship, he would tell me he found a girl that would send him pictures of sexy outfits. Why couldn't I do that? He finally broke it off with me because she did what he liked. Good for her, right? I started handling my feelings by sleeping with whoever wanted me, which then got me in a relationship with a meth addict, and I had no idea. Here I was, 16 and pregnant. I continued high school, took my son with me, just so I could graduate early and be done. His sperm donor was useless, so my mom helped me raise my son up until he was a year old. I later got on a chat site and met my current husband. We have been together for 13 years with 6 kids. 2 are his biological kids, 1 is my biological kid, and 3 are ours together. Throughout our relationship, I did things I wasn't proud of and got caught. He has stuck around, but now my trauma is popping back up in my head, and I'm feeling it's because of the emotional, verbal, and mental abuse I suffer from him. Now, don't let me make myself sound so innocent. I, as well, verbally abuse him, and no excuse can make it right. But my husband puts everything on me. Throws in my face that he busts his butt, so if he wants to drink, he can. Smoke 2 to 3 packs a day. Does nothing around the house or with the kids, and gets treated like royalty, even if I'm sick, hurting, or just exhausted. I don't feel pretty as he never tells me, anyways. I have major anxiety and depression. I get crazy thoughts and I'm just not sure who I am anymore or what to do at this point. I've seen or talked to a therapist, but life got too busy with sports and driving kids around, so I gave it up. Sorry for this being all over the place. New to trying to express this all. And we have here the top two most reacted comments of this story. Commenter number one says, "First of all, my heart goes out to you for all you've been through. I applaud you for figuring out how this has affected you and trying to work through all of this. I know what you mean about not having time for therapy, but it's vital here. Have you looked online to find a good therapist who works with sexual abuse? Often, they can meet in the evenings or have a more diverse schedule and you could do it from the comfort of home. Of course, ensure you have privacy so you can focus and do the work and not be interrupted. So often, the victims are hurt when telling the truth. I know that all too well. You aren't alone there. Your father left you with very little option and should have punished the right person for what happened to you. You deserve parents who protected you, and I'm sure this has greatly affected your sense of worth and normalcy. Don't give up the fight to get through this. You're worth it. Send me a message if you need a non-judgmental ear. You need to surround yourself with people and things that are uplifting, even if it feels uncomfortable. You're worthy of positivity, love, and protection. Get the help you need and don't hold back. All of it matters because you matter. Pouring out hugs and positive vibes your way tonight. Hang in there. The work is worth it and so are you." The second commenter says, "Honey, all the trauma has left you with mental issues. I have been in a similar, though not quite so severe situation. I would look into getting a diagnosis and medication. And you definitely have to go back to therapy because you're repeating your trauma in an unhealthy relationships and acting out. None of this is your fault, but if you want to break the cycle, taking control of your mental health and understanding what triggers your trauma to fix dysfunctional patterns is the only way. I really hope you can heal past this and build a bright future."